Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Apostate Weekly. I'm your host, James.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we have another update for you on the Kenya cult. Remember that one where they starved to death? So we got some more news coming from that. We also have another story about a JW sect that is apparently broken off, and it's in the African country. So,
No way.
Apostates are going to apostate, I guess.
How dare they?
I know, right? So we got that and more stories coming your way on the show today. So with that being said, let's roll that intro and get into it. Alrighty, so some news coming at you this morning, and just some wild stuff in the news this week. Actually,
it's a weird cycle for the J-Dubs.
It is, but like especially with this whole sect that's breaking off. So I guess we'll start off with that one this morning because it is just wild. They have their own website. They call themselves, get this, they call themselves the Christians Servants of Jehovah. Yes, you heard that right. The Christians, plural, servants of Jehovah.
Wait. I didn't catch that. Are you serious?
I'm serious. Look at this. Look at this. Hang on. I got it right here. Check this out. You can see it at the top left corner there.
The Christians Servants of Jehovah. The Christians Servants of Jehovah. So basically they're saying of all the Christians, these are the servants of Jehovah.
These are the servants of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission.
I love that you just
took strange new beliefs. To seek out new converts.
Oh my goodness.
To boldly preach where no one has preached before.
They truly just cut out.
Hey,
this is something I would do.
Thank you for this story because you're the one I was going to give credit to for it. Yes, he's the one that shared that on X. Thank you for that. So much appreciated, my man.
Make sure you go follow them as well.
Yes,
over there on Twitter. Or maybe they make content here too. I don't know. But if you make content here.
You, my friend, are the reason I have this story this morning. So thank you for sharing that. And now what's interesting is their website here. If you look at the artwork, it looks just like the JW artwork. It's like plagiarized pixel for pixel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do not know, because I didn't read all their stuff thoroughly. I do not know why they separate it or what beliefs they have of their own versus the Jehovah's Witnesses right now.
No idea.
So I couldn't tell you that.
Like what made them splinter off? What is the difference? What is the main difference between the sects?
Now they do have a library section here, as you can see up on your screen right now.
Oh, that looks very similar.
I know, it's almost like word for word. You know, the artwork is just everything. They're using, it looks like the Silver Sword Bible. And then as far as their literature here, I honestly skimmed through it a little bit. I didn't try to read it all, but it was just crazy.
But the circle with the book, I can't remember what book that is, but isn't that the artwork of, is it Reasoning from the Scriptures? Or no, I don't know which one it is.
No, I thought it was like God's Love book or something.
I can't remember, but I've seen this before.
Yes.
This is a continuation.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Sam had asked what the About Us section, so I'll go over to that here. Here it says, "We are Christians who have been chosen by the true God Jehovah and his son Jesus Christ, the glorified King of his kingdom, for the purpose of helping people of every nation, tribe, and people and language to know and learn more about the Creator Jehovah God and his son Jesus Christ and their purpose in order to be ready to face the great tribulation that is fast approaching."
You're gonna die, but we can help you.
I really want to know what and what their reasoning is to say that they've been chosen by Jehovah God. Like, the governing body says, when you're anointed, you just know, and, it's some real arbitrary thing.
You just
I'm sure
know.
it is for them too, but what is their arbitrary thing?
Might be similar. Who are we to
And
question?
Pimo Tapomo said, yes, it's God's love ripoff.
It's God's love. Okay. It's wait, what it's the Walmart version. It's the dupe.
Yeah. It's the brand to the
It's the Equate brand. Great value.
great
Great
value.
value Christians.
And if you
Half the
join
price.
today, you can get in for the low, low price of $9.99.
Less preservatives.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And just think of it this way: there's less members of this cult to have to sift through to gain positions of power.
Honestly, you could really climb up through the ranks if you wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. Especially
Mhm,
if you
mhm.
if you spoke English well.
Honestly, if this is a cult that's
Timu JWs. That's good. Oh, and then
oh
Jonathan
my
said,
goodness.
"Tony's new project." Oh
I
man,
wouldn't
y'all are
doubt what
killing
you're
it
doing.
this morning, guys.
Uh, um, I do wonder though, you said this is in one of the African countries?
Yes, it appears to be. But they, like, if you go to their contact us page, it seems like they have contacts in a few different countries here. So
European countries?
let's see here. Where's the oh, here it is. Get in touch. So this one says in Togo, and then um
Hmm. That just
oh,
makes me
select
wonder.
location. Here we go. Here's the list of countries to select from. And they even have something in the United States, in Bloomingburg, New York. How original to choose New York as your state.
See, that does make me you don't that is interesting. It starts in New York, down the
Oh,
street,
they're registered as a foreign NGO in
Warren
Bloomingburg.
NGO in Bloomingburg.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're part of the United Nations as well. Another copy from the JWs. It's like they just took the script and plagiarized it completely. Here, we'll slap a different name on it and call it a religion.
Right. Hmm. Very curious because I always feel as though it's going to be some European country that needs to get their little greedy grubs somewhere in Africa.
Yep, of course it is. So I thought that was a interesting bit of news. And again, thank you, Pimo Pomo, for sharing that on X and enlightening us as to this. It's just I wonder how many more groups are going to splinter off
I wonder if
as
there's
especially as the governing body gets more and more as they change things more and more, and then people start waking up, hey, this really isn't the right religion, maybe I should start my own. And they start these splinter cells, like from the International Bible Students became the Jehovah's Witnesses,
Mhm.
so who's to say how many more times this will happen?
I wonder how many times it's happened and we've not known about it. And
True.
that could be because they don't get very big, they don't last very long. Not sure.
It would be interesting to find out what those numbers or statistics on that are about that.
Mhm. Somebody probably knows.
Somebody probably does. I'm sure
Somebody knows.
the governing body keeps an eye on all that stuff.
They probably start them all.
Yeah, probably too.
They're like, "Hey, look, at least we're getting in early."
Hey, Tony, we're going to send you to North Carolina and you're going to start some new sects of the religion.
I which actually I was curious. This is kind of off topic. I'm gonna remove this. This is off topic, but I was wondering if Tony registers to vote, we wouldn't we be able to find that out? I mean, have we ever looked into the governing body voting?
Um, your your voter registration is public record.
Mhm.
So if you had his legal name, you'd be able to find who, if he's registered, who he votes for, what party, etc.
I wonder if anyone's I'm gonna answer my own question and try to look at that at some point.
But that would be interesting to see if any members of the governing body do.
Right. And I mean, now that we know where Tony is, like, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, be a good little side project to do.
Mhm. Little research.
Little research.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All
What do you
right.
say we move on?
Sure.
And you had something you wanted to talk about and bring up for the week?
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys weren't aware, the next Be Free protest is coming, and it just so happens to be the month of suicide awareness prevention. So that is September, and it's September 13th. I'm really excited about it, and I think that's a great month that they picked because it just holds a lot of symbolism. So, join fellow survivors of religious abuse and their allies in protesting the harmful practices of the Jehovah's Witnesses organization and other high control religious groups, and demand that lawmakers hold them accountable for the harm that they do. So, their goal is to raise awareness, get the witnesses held accountable, and also to provide support to people just like you and me who've either had suicidal ideations or know somebody who has them or committed because of the abuse they suffered at the hands of the harmful practices that are taught, that are passed down from the elite down to the nobodies.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Hey,
joining.
thanks for joining us, Pimo de Pomo, and hope to see you again next time, man. But yeah, that would be it's awesome because if you remember, they did this last year. It was the first one they had, and a lot of people from all over the world came to this
Mhm.
protest, and they got up on microphone and loudspeakers, and a lot of people told their stories,
Yeah,
and
it was
so
moving.
these stories got to be told publicly in Washington D.C., which is a very busy city to be in. And I
Yeah, we
know I've been there
rode out
several
there.
times, so it's really a busy city to be in. So,
And as well, they do have a way to buy merchandise. I think I might get the Love Never Shuns purple one. I love that purple. You also, if anyone from the Be Free camp is watching this, I went to try to get a give a donation. They do have a buy me a coffee, but when I went to the page, I got this error. So to whoever is in control of the website, you might want to just check your link and see if it's linked correctly. Because
yes.
I'd be happy to support, but the link's not working. So yeah, peruse through here. If you are going, there is a I think it was the page before. There's a survey to fill out if you're going right here. I already filled mine out. It just asks for your name and they won't give your personal information out. They just ask for your name and the reason, that you've excuse me, if there are any of these certain things that you've suffered through because you were a Jehovah's Witness, like check boxes. And, if you want to help at all, participate. So
Yeah, I think
please fill
surveys
that
like
out.
that are important, especially for any kind of clinical research that may go on. You would have ready-made information to give them on the effects of shunning, because
Right.
we do know, and we have reported before on us research being done on shunning and the effects of
Mm,
it. So this would be like
mess
ready-made.
you up.
Here you go. Add this to your data.
It rewires your brain, man, quite frankly. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're going to make, actually, I'm going to tell you, please make content. If you see people making content, boost it, share it. I just made one this morning on TikTok. I'm going to just pop that over here to YouTube, but use the hashtags, hashtag Be Free Protest and hashtag Shun No More 2024. And it starts at 10 a.m. on September 13th.
Which is Friday the 13th.
Oh, wait, is it Friday this year, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that is really?
Yes,
So
really.
exciting. I
I
love
looked at the
that.
calendar already because my
That's
daughter's
perfect.
birthday is the next day. So
Oh, I love that. Oh, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, just because it's Friday the 13th, it even holds a little more
yeah,
significance
there
to
you
me, like
go. That's why I
symbolism.
said that.
Awesome. So please, yeah, if you guys are going, I will be there. I'm excited to meet y'all.
I can't promise anything, but I'm gonna try to be there as
Yeah.
well. So, but it just depends on how, if I can get the day, if I can take the day off or not, and all that. So I am going to try
Yeah,
that.
I'm sure.
So
I think
okay.
MJ might be there.
Who?
I think MJ might come. XJW MJ.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, awesome. I absolutely, we're having fun apostating. We always do. We
Because we're
try to keep.
evil.
That's right. Especially
Only
since we like
evil people,
especially since we like stuff on Friday the 13th.
right?
So which one are you? Are you Freddy or are you Jason?
Oh gosh. I like nightmares. So I
Or are
think
you
Freddy.
Chucky?
Hmm. I feel like Chucky's a little more insidious because a doll that'd be doing that much damage. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All right. So let's move along
Let's
then.
move this way.
So I had have an update for you on the Kenya cult here. You don't gotta put the graphics back on the screen. I'm gonna switch over to a new screen for you.
I honestly
Uh,
like it like this a little bit.
so this, if you remember, we reported on this Kenya cult, and there was the reason.
Damn.
Sorry, what happened was he told his followers to starve themselves to death, and over 400 people died as a result of starving themselves to death. Children, women, you you name it. These people died because they didn't eat, because this guy told them to, and that they would be able to meet Jesus or whatever if they did this. He is now going on trial, and it's about time. But there are some nuances to this trial that have to be considered, because he did not physically force these people to starve themselves to death. Of course, he used his propaganda for his cult to get them to do that. So the implications and the outcomes might be a little different, because it was coercion that he used to get them to do it rather than force. And I I know that doesn't sound great, and I hear you. It sucks, but that's what it is. And but they are really working to make this case as slam dunk of a case on this guy as they can, because they've got 420 witnesses that have been prepared by the prosecutors. Um, they've got these people together to be in hearings for 4 days to hear their testimonies and all this. They really want to get this guy put away. And I hope they do, because this is
I do
just
too.
absolutely sick what he did. So,
Horrible. It's horrific. They prey on these vulnerable people who just want something good.
yes.
You're getting told you can meet your maker. I wouldn't. Well, I should shut up. I would hope I wouldn't have fallen for that, but it
I
must be
mean,
so painful for their family. Like, the people who were stuck in this and couldn't get out. It must be so painful for their families. Much like our extended families probably watched from the outside what would happen to Jehovah's Witnesses, lose contact.
and this was just, I mean, when we did this story originally, it was just so sad. All those people that died believing in this guy
Hmm.
for what? For absolutely nothing. And that's the worst part right there. Especially the children. They didn't
Really?
get to have
Yeah.
they didn't get to have their lives, and
No
you had
autonomy.
children starve themselves to death for your cause. What kind of
Oh,
an immoral monster are you?
that's just deplorable and painful.
Yes.
Like, that's a pain. Like, that is painful.
I mean, I know when I'm hungry, I'm grumpy, and I would never starve myself intentionally like that.
Mm-mm.
But I
So
mean,
sad.
these leaders like that, they get these followings, and because they're charismatic and are able to convince their followers that what they have is this path of enlightenment or truth or whatever you want to call it, these followers do whatever they're told to do. And I
Yeah.
think we just discussed this question a little bit too last time, was if the governing body were to tell the witnesses that they had to take some kind of pill or something, would they do it?
I wonder. I don't know the answer to that. I feel like
I,
there would be many people who would do it. I don't think everybody would.
yeah,
Um,
I don't know.
I
I
don't,
really can't answer that question.
and that's
Your
sad
devout I think your devout followers would.
though. Mhm.
I think your outliers would not.
Mm.
But I
Those
think
who
there would still be a lot of people that would.
Yeah, I agree, and just not even having an answer to it, but that being the assumption and because of the evidence, a likely possibility is very telling and so sad.
Yes, it is. So that's all I have for that story. I'm going to move on to what I have for you next here. And uh, we're going back to Russia again right now. I know we talk about the persecution of the witnesses in Russia all the time, but this is just this is taking it to another level here. So the Russia court fined a disabled Jehovah Witness suffering from cancer. It says 4,500 US dollars, and Russian money, it was like 400,000 rubles. So kind of give you what that is there. Um, so this guy, he requires monthly chemotherapy. Um, he's disabled. He's battling cancer. Uh, and he's a Jehovah Witness. And why are they finding him? Well, because he still engages in activities related to the dissemination of the religion, the education of the religion, holding services and their ceremonies for a period of 9 years. That's why they're finding him.
Wow.
So, yes, one thing I can say is at least they're not putting him in prison. Could you
Yeah,
imagine that? That would just be,
being ill.
I mean, it's detestable as it is, but that would just make it even worse.
Yeah, that would make it even more deplorable, so thank goodness, because otherwise, yeah, he would just die. I'm
Yes.
sure he needs his treatments and, like it says, his monthly chemotherapy,
Yes.
and then he has to pay the fine on top of that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know about you. I mean, like if I was fined $4,500 for it for something in American money, that's quite a bit of change for me to have to dish out.
That's a lot.
You know,
I wonder who ratted him out.
I don't know. Whoever did is scumbag as well.
Oh, no,
You
what
know,
happened to
I he was trolling the comments, so I just put him in timeout.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought it said banned.
No, did I ban? I think I banned. Yeah, he was making all sorts of weird comments. I'm just like, no, I'm not even bothering with it. So, again, so it also says here that he's one of hundreds of disabled elderly Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia who have been unjustly subjected to criminal prosecution or inhumane treatment in detention since 2017. So this is still an ongoing problem, and it just makes it even worse when you have to go after the elderly and handicapped people as well. Like, what kind of stinking bullies do you have to be to do that to somebody who's elderly and handicapped?
Yeah, that's horrible.
It
They love to
is.
play on vulnerable people.
They do. So just another, you know, peg in the cog for Russia and how they are treating the witnesses over there. And again, I don't agree with how they're doing it whatsoever. There are better ways to do it. Doing what they're doing is not the way to do it.
Mm-mm. No, if anything, it probably just makes them more extreme,
Yes.
digs them further into it.
So I
Dig their heel.
have one last story for us this morning. So for all of our viewers here who watch the Kim and Mikey channel, they have had an insider who has been helping them get information, to get elders' letters, to get a lot of inside information on the organization for years. And they always mention his name as being Atlantis. That's how
Mhm.
we know him as. I'm going to play the video of this. It's not a very long video. It's a just about 2.5 minutes long. I'm going to play it and let's see what Kim has to say about Atlantis here.
Hello, everybody. Hope everyone has had a good day. We've got very sad news, and it's really disturbing. And we've known for about a week, but we were just trying to deal with it ourselves. Our dear friend, Atlantis, and he had asked us to let him remain anonymous, but apparently the news is out that his name is David and that he's in the hospital. Um, he has been fighting a kind of rare form of brain cancer for years now. And we have all been enjoying the scans of the Watchtower literature and on websites and stuff. He's done 99.9% of that scanning. And unfortunately, his doctor told him that all of that scanning with the radiation is what gave him cancer. So he has given a lot for this community, but I just feel lost without him because he helped me so much. And anyway, he's been battling this cancer for years now, and he's losing that battle. And he is, like the news is out, he's in a hospital and hospice, and the doctors say that he will probably just go into a coma. And so, anyway, I just wanted to give everybody an update because the news is out. And I know that many, especially on JehovahWitness.com, he would put the elders' letters and all the documents and everything. And he's been a big part of this community. And we just love him, and I just don't know what else to say. But anyway, that's what we've been dealing with. But our hearts, thoughts, and prayers goes out to Petra and his family and friends. And thank you, Atlantis, for everything you've done. Bye. Hello.
All right. Very sad indeed. We can't hear you.
Oopsie. I was just saying, doing the scans. Damn.
I mean, I see Sam made a comment here, and he said scanning sounds like a stretch, and it does, because I mean, what are you scanning them on? You're scanning them on printer to make copies or something. It does seem like a bit of a stretch for that, but maybe what I thought of first when I heard this the other day was maybe the scans that the doctors administered to him for his brain cancers, brain tumors, not actually scanning the literature. That's what I thought of.
I don't know. I'm not commenting.
Yeah.
It's sad. This is horrible. Regardless, I feel really, really bad for Kim and Mikey. I'm sure that this is just a gut punch to them because, they've been friends for so long, and he's done, like she said, he's done so much work for the community. Oh, it's so heartbreaking. Does he have like a GFM or anything like that?
I don't know. I didn't see anything in the description of the video for that. So
I'll watch the video and support later, and I'll leave a comment and just ask.
yeah, but I mean, it's just sad though, because he was a huge contributor to the XJW
Yeah.
community, always
That's a
giving
lot
us
of
those
work.
letters and everything. It is a lot
Mhm.
of work. It is, absolutely. And to see somebody who has done so much to have to go like that, it's just truly terrible.
Yeah. My heart goes out to his family and to everybody in the community who's been affected.
Yes, same here. Um, we talked about this and we said we were going to mention it on the show. I'm kind of doing this impromptu. Um, if anybody in our audience would like to help us with the show, we actually are looking for somebody to be kind of a social media manager for us. So if anybody has the time and is willing to do it, please reach out to us, because we would like somebody who could help post on all the socials for us. So we would definitely greatly appreciate that help. Okay, Ryan.
Okay.
We're gonna have to freeze frame that face and make it the official website face.
Come join our show.
Oh man, what a week of news though. Like everything was just bad this week. Everything.
Ugh. Everything's been horrible.
I know.
Every day is fucking horrible. No, I don't mean it like that. I don't mean to like deflate the beauty of life. I just mean that you come outside of a call and you don't realize that there's just a fucking shit ton of bad stuff happening, and you just kind of feel like, "Oh, that's what they didn't want us to know."
And it gets overwhelming. And
Mm.
we all have good days, we all have bad days, and nobody can be expected to have a good day every day.
No. Nobody's Mr. Rogers.
No, except Mr. Rogers.
Except for Mr. Rogers. We can't replace Mr. Rogers.
But even he had bad days too, so.
I'm sure. Bone to pasture.
Yeah. Well, that's just the thing. If you do, we'll obviously give you access. So yes.
I mean, of
And
course, there's a little bit of like rules. You can't be saying anything racist out there. Not that you
yes.
would, but you know what
Oh
I'm saying.
yes. We will have a conversation, the three of us, and we will go over stuff like that too. Because when she says that, it's actually something that has happened in another community. And
Yeah. That right. Like honestly, that's why like I have to kind of put that out there because we've had issues and that's why we warn people before they come to the Discord server. It's a safe space. These are deconstructing people. So, you know, anybody who's a former cult member, you're more than welcome. But there are some rules where we're not your mom and we're not your dad.
right. And we want you to have your own individual flair and spin on things, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We just don't want it to be where it's going to get us canceled and therefore you canceled.
Right.
Hey, there you go. There's
This
your piece
one,
of flair.
I think this is the one that Joe and Fran gave to me.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're so amazing. I think they're going to be there. I hope to see
Joe
them
and
there.
Fran, I don't see them in the comment.
Yeah, they're
comment
usually
section of this
there.
video.
I hope they're doing okay.
If you watch this video later, Joe and Fran, let us know in the comments if you're gonna be there at the Be Free protest.
I hope so. I hope to see them. I feel really bad I didn't get to really talk to them because I was freaking late because I got lost. I didn't really get to talk to anybody. So this time I hope I'll be able to socialize and get to know people better.
Yep.
Can't wait.
So with that being said, I did drop the Discord link into the server. So if anybody in the comments right now has not joined our Discord, come join us over there and chat with us and have a good time.
Yeah.
So we get all the fun and best conversations in the Discord. So if you're not there, you're missing out.
We do have some good, sometimes it's quiet, but sometimes it's really jumping in there. It just depends.
Yeah, it does. And I know I haven't been on it a whole lot lately. Been so busy here, but
Summer's
get
usually
in.
a little bit slow because
Yeah.
just everywhere things kind of slow down because it's just summertime.
Yeah.
Summertime.
And we all have lives and things happen in our lives too. So, you know, we can't always be on chatting, but we do what we can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm going to end our show with that. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week. And please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and share. And join us again next week as we bring you the latest news and goofiness of us.
Yeah.
So, bye, everybody. We love you.
Positive
And
way.
we'll see y'all next week.
Listen to baby.